What is up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to be doing another top 10 list. And today's top 10 list is going to be my top 10 favorite actors of all time. You know, this is a list I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. I've been wanting to talk about some of my favorite actors of all time, and I figured this be the time to do it. Why not? Let's finally talk about some of my all-time favorite actors. And before I get into the top 10 list, I do have a few honorable mentions, and those honorable mentions are Sylvester Stallone, Robert De Niro, Matt Damon, Will Smith, Ryan Reynolds, Jeff Bridges, Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hardy, Robin Williams, and Andy Serkis. Those are my honorable mentions for this list. So, now we got that out of the way, let's get into the actual top 10. And coming in at number 10 is Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal, I will admit, it wasn't until I really saw Nightcrawler where I really started kind of appreciating him a lot and really kind of just admiring what the dude can do. And really, that performance in Nightcrawler is one of the greatest performances I've ever witnessed on screen. Just what that guy brought to that character of Louis Bloom is quite great and quite fantastic. I love it a lot. And really, Jake Gyllenhaal brings that range to his acting that, you know, is so great. Like, he really brings a lot of range to his acting, and that performance really shows. And it's not just that performance. Some other performances as well, like in The Good Girl. I think he's really great in that movie. I really love him a lot in that film. Or Donnie Darko, for example. That's another great example. Or, Jarhead. Or, what's the movie? It just, literally, I just had it in my mind. Brokeback Mountain, there we go. That's another example. Or Southpaw. Just, the guy knows how to bring a lot of range to his acting, and he's so great in a lot of his performances. Like, I absolutely just think this guy is such a tremendous actor, and the fact that he has only had one Oscar nomination is quite baffling to me. It really is, because this guy really knows how to give a performance, and he is so great. I love him, and he's just such a fantastic actor. So, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal comes in at my number 10. Number 9, Bill Murray. Bill Murray, what a funny dude. Just, here's a guy that I kind of really grew up with, because, you know, this guy just, he's so funny. Like, he's such a funny dude. Like, this dude knows how to be really funny. Like, he really does. Just the presence that this guy brings in comedic films is so fantastic, from movies like Stripes or Caddyshack, and of course the first two Ghostbusters movies, Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Just the guy knows how to bring such a range when it comes to his comedic ability. Like, he is so great. His timing is so fantastic. A lot of his jokes are so great. I just love Bill Murray. He's such a great comedic actor. He is so fantastic. He's so great. Like, I love Bill Murray a lot. He is such an incredible comedic actor, and he can do serious roles too. Like, for example, you know, Lost in Translation. That's such a great movie, and he is so great in that film. I think he does such a fantastic job in that movie. He gives such a great serious performance, and he's really great in the film. He really is. And, you know, even more recently, with, like, say, like St. Vincent or The Jungle Book, the dude is still going today. Like, I love that. The guy is still, you know, making movies, and he's still going, and he's still great. Like, I love that. And Bill Murray is just such a great actor. And plus, he makes the greatest cameo of all time in Zombieland. It's without question the greatest cameo of all time. Like, it's fantastic. Like, seriously. So, yeah, Bill Murray, what an actor. Definitely comes in at number 9. Number 8, Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee was an actor that definitely had a lot of potential but unfortunately was like taken too soon, unfortunately. But because he did die at a very young age, he really did have a lot of potential, and it really showed in The Crow, which, as you know, is one of my favorite movies of all time, and is a movie that kind of really means a lot to me. It really got me back into films, and just what this guy did with his performance in that movie was one of like unlike a lot like it was one of the most unlikely things I've ever seen in my life. Like that was just so great. Like I've seen great portrayals of superheroes, and that might be the best one I've ever seen, because what this guy brings to this character is so incredible. I was so enthralled with his performance in that movie that I was just like, man, like this guy is so great. Like he really was. He was so fantastic in that movie, and not even just that. Like other movies too, like Showdown Little Tokyo. Yeah, it's a really ridiculous movie, but it's just one of those fun movies that you could just sit back and watch. And I enjoyed him in the movie. Like him and Dolph Lundgren had some pretty good chemistry. Or Rapid Fire. I enjoyed that movie too. Like he is just so fun in that movie. Like he's a guy that could have been a really big action star. Like he really did. He had the potential of becoming a really big action star, to be honest, or just a big star in general. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like I kind of wonder a lot. Like what could this guy could have done if he were still alive today? Like what could he have done? Like what else, what could have been the future for this guy? So I just and it's just sad to think, because this guy had a great potential as an actor, and he was just taken too soon. So yeah, Brandon Lee was an actor. So coming in at number 7 is Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is an actor that I feel like doesn't get appreciated that much sometimes, and let me explain what I mean by that. Because a lot of people just look at Keanu Reeves as a guy that really can't bring that much range to his acting, which I really disagree with, to be completely honest. Because the guy really can bring the range to his acting. Like he really can. Like like I mentioned with The Crow, another movie that really got me back into films was The Matrix. The Matrix, when I saw that, and it was so fantastic and so mind-blowing to me, and one of the key elements of why that was so great to me was Keanu Reeves as Neo. Like, honestly, I don't think no other actor could have really played that role as well as Keanu Reeves. Like, I really don't think so. Like, I don't think there's any other actor that really could have pulled off that role like Keanu Reeves. He was so fantastic in that film. I loved him in The Matrix. He was so great, and really brought a lot to the character of Neo. And not even just that, were movies like Bill and Ted, where he's just the complete and utter doofus, and he's great. Like, I love him in that movie. Or, Point Break. He's great in that too. Like, he really is. He's so great. Or Speed. Like, he really, feel like you are really kind of invested in his character, because he's a cop that is has to take control of this bus and whatever that's gonna explode if it goes below the speed limit. And it's so great. Like, really, I think just Keanu Reeves is kind of an actor. Or both of the John Wick movies, his most recent films, both of the John Wick movies. Like, just the guy knows how to really give a great performance. And he's so great. I feel like he really does get underappreciated sometimes. And really kind of people just kind of look at him as the guy just doesn't really know how to bring that much range. And I completely disagree. Keanu Reeves is such a great actor. And I feel like sometimes he kind of gets underappreciated. So, yeah, Keanu Reeves comes in at number 7 for me. Number 6. Now, I usually don't do ties. Ties is a very rare thing when it comes to me with top 10 lists. But there was no way I could have leave either one of these two off of this list, because they mean a lot to me. So I just decided to tie them up for number 6. And those picks are first being Jim Carrey and Will Ferrell. Let's first talk about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, like with Bill Murray, is a man that I really grew up with. He really is. From a lot of his movies, just something about him to me was so funny. Like, just the dude was goofy as hell, but it was great. Like, I loved him in movies like The Mask or Ace Ventura or Dumb and Dumber. Just the guy really knows how to give a great comedic performance. Like, I love him in those movies. Like, he was just so funny. Like, he's a guy that knows how to make you laugh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just a guy that really knows how to make you laugh. And he is so great in those movies and really can make you laugh hysterically. Like, I love Jim Carrey. He's so great. And other comedic roles like Liar Liar, that's another example. Like, he's so great in that movie as well. Or, like, he can even do serious roles as well. My favorite movie from him is Bruce Almighty. Does it have its comedic elements? Absolutely. But there are some serious moments in that movie as well that I think really show Jim Carrey's capability as an actor. Or even just a straight up serious movie like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Like, just really gives a really captivating performance. And I love his performance in that movie. And say what you will about the movie The Number 23. Yes, that's not a good movie. But Jim Carrey did give a good performance, in my opinion, in that movie. And it just really shows that Jim Carrey can be not only just a funny man, but can be a serious man as well. And I love that. And I just always loved his range of that acting with Jim Carrey. Like, he is so great. So, yeah, Jim Carrey, great, fantastic comedic actor, and a fantastic serious actor as well. Now on to Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, as many of you know, is my favorite comedic actor of all time. There is no other comedic actor that I love more than Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is funny, man. Will Ferrell just is so great. Like, he's so funny. Like, from movies like Step Brothers or Elf, and of course, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. Like, the guy is just so funny. Or Old School, like, the guy is hilarious. Like, with almost every movie, this guy makes me laugh hysterically. He's just so great with his humor. He is so fantastic. I love Will Ferrell. And he's another comedic actor that knows how to do serious roles as well. Look at Stranger Than Fiction. That's a great movie. And Will Ferrell gives a really great performance in that. Like, he gives a really serious performance in that film, and he is so great. And I haven't seen the movie, but I hear in Everything Must Go, he's just fantastic in that film as well, from what I've heard. So Will Ferrell is another comedic actor that can do serious roles as well, and that's what I love with comedic actors. They know they can do comedic roles, but they can be very serious. And I love that. And definitely Will Ferrell is another example of that. I just really love Will Ferrell a lot. He's a guy that makes me laugh more than any other actor on the face of the planet. And he's just another great actor that can do serious roles as well. So, yeah, Will Ferrell, fantastic. So, that's my number 6, Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey. Number 5, we're into the top 5, folks. And that is Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, man. I've always admired Tom Cruise. Because here's a guy that is willing to risk his body for a film. And I can respect that 100%. This guy is committed to his craft. And, I love that with actors. Like, just they are really committed to their... I love actors that are committed to their crafts. And Tom Cruise is definitely one of them. Like, just the crazy things that this guy can do, from... climbing the Burj Khalifa tower, or whatever. I think that's how you say it. The one he climbed up in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Like from that, or just hanging onto the side of an airplane, or or going at a motorcycle, driving a motorcycle so fast that if he crashes, he's dead. Like, the dude is crazy, but I love him. He's so fantastic. He really is a great actor, and not just because he does his own stunts, but he really is an actor that gives some great performances. Like, the dude is really great with his range as an actor. I love his performances, from performances like Rain Man, or Born on the 4th of July, A Few Good Men. Just the guy is quite great. Like, he is just so fantastic and brings a lot. The Last Samurai, the guy is so great. Like, I love his performances in those films. Like, he is just so great. And then, of course, he's another, like, action man. Like, he is just action man as well. And he's definitely one of the best action stars of all time, from movies like Edge of Tomorrow, for example, and of course the Mission Impossible franchise. The dude knows how to do action, and he's great in all those movies. So yeah, Tom Cruise, man, I just love this guy as an actor. He is definitely someone that I do admire and really appreciate that he is so committed to his craft. And just is an actor that really gives some great performances as well. Like, the movie can be utter dog crap, and he would be the best thing about it, because he's just one of those actors, man. And I love Tom Cruise. What an actor. He's so fantastic. So yeah, Tom Cruise comes in at number 5. Number 4, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, man. This guy, man, he's so great. I love Harrison Ford, just, wow. Just, this guy is so great. Where do you begin with Harrison Ford? Like, be honest with yourself. Where do you begin? Do you talk about The Fugitive? Do you talk about Air Force One? Like, do you talk about the Indiana Jones movies? Do you talk about the Star Wars films? Like, where do you start with this guy? Because this guy is just such a legendary actor. Like, he is just a legend. Like, Harrison Ford is a legendary actor, and he has played some of the best roles of all time. Like, just, this guy is so fantastic. Like, he really is. I love Harrison Ford. He is such a great actor. From, like I said, The Fugitive. He is so great in that movie. Like, I absolutely love him in that film. Or Air Force One as the president. A president that kicks major butt. I love it. And he's great in that movie. I love Harrison Ford in Air Force One. Or to the Indiana Jones movies, where he, really shows his adventurous side. And he's so great. Like, I love him as the character of Indiana Jones. It's his second best character to me. He is so great. I love him in those movies. Like, he just brings so much energy to those films, and I love him. He's so great in those movies. But of course, him as Han Solo, nothing could top it. It's so great. Like, him as the character of Han Solo is so fantastic. Like, he's very suave, very, just very laid back dude, and he's so great. And Harrison Ford brings so much charisma to that character. Like, he really does. He brings so much charisma to that character. He really does. He brings the presence. He brings, I guess you can say, the swagger to that character. He really does. And I just love that. He brings that to that character. And then, of course, getting to see him reprise that role in The Force Awakens was quite great. And he is just so fantastic as this character. So yeah, and then of course Blade Runner, I haven't seen it yet, but I know, people are going to be like, why didn't you mention it? But, Blade Runner, that's another one that people love as well. So yeah, just Harrison Ford, what a legend. What a legendary actor. Like, I just love this guy so much. He's such a legendary actor, and really is just a great performer. Like, the dude is so great. Like, what a legend. Really, what a legend. I love Harrison Ford, and he definitely deserves to come in at number 4. Number 3, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, the king himself, the king of cheesy action movies himself. Listen, Arnold, he's actually quite a great actor. He actually has given some really great performances. Like, for example, the Terminator movies. He's great as the T-800, like in the first Terminator movie. He's so fantastic. And then, of course, Terminator 2. And then, I know some people don't like Terminator 3, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. And he's great in that as well. Or, the garbage Terminator Genesis. But he was great in that too. Like, he was definitely by far the best part of that movie. So yeah, just Arnold is great as the Terminator, or even in Conan the Barbarian. Just, this guy is a great actor at just doing cheesy action movies. Like, he's so fantastic. Like, the dude can do cheesy action movies like no other. There's no other person that can do cheesy action movies like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, this guy is the king of the cheesy action movies. Or even, like, just movies like Commando, or, just, like, Commando, or, like, what is it, True Lies. Like, this guy he just knows what's up. Like, he really does. Or The Last Stand. Like, the guy is great at just making cheesy action movies. But he is so fantastic. And, of course, you got the glorious one-liners of this guy. Like, I just love Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just, this guy is so great. Like, I just love him so much. He is so fantastic. He really is. He is the king of the cheesy action movies. And, of course, Predator. How could I not mention Predator? Like, he is just so great. He's such a great, just great action movie hero. Like, I think, honestly, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the definition of action movie hero. He really is. He is so great. And I love him. So, yeah, definitely deserves to come in at number 3. Number 2. Tom Hanks. How could I not put Tom Hanks on this list? Like, here's a guy that really means a lot to me. Like, I love Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is a guy that I just admire his acting so much. You know, because he started out as a comedic actor, like I was talking about before, with like comedic actors doing serious roles. He was a comedic actor at first, but once he did Philadelphia, that's where kind of the tides turned, and he was great in that movie. And then from performances like Forrest Gump, great, wow, probably his best live action performance. Yeah, you know what I'll talk about once I get into that. Like, that's definitely his best live action performance to me. Or Castaway, Captain Phillips, like, or, just the guy is great. Like, the dude just gives the Polar Express, like, the dude is just so great. Like, he just knows how to give a great performance. Like, he just gives such a great range as an actor, and really knows how to commit to these roles, and really knows how to give it his all as a performer. And he's so great, and I don't care what anybody says. He did deserve that award, like the best actor in a leading role award for Forrest Gump. He was so great in that movie. Absolutely love his performance in that film. But of course, there's no way I can mention Tom Hanks without mentioning what is his best movie, to me at least, Toy Story. Just the whole Toy Story trilogy just in general. The guy is great in all of those movies. He plays, of course, the cowboy himself, Woody. And there's no other actor to me that could bring... Tom Hanks brings to that character that I think no other actor could bring to that character. Like, Tom Hanks was born to play Woody. Like, there's no other more perfect person they would have gotten to play Woody than Tom Hanks. And he is so great in those movies. I love him as Woody the Cowboy. He just brings so much energy to that character, and he is just so great. He is so fantastic. Tom Hanks is an actor that is just so fantastic to me. I love Tom Hanks. I admire him so much. He is just an actor that brings so much range to his characters, and he is just so fantastic. So yeah, Tom Hanks, great actor. Absolutely love him. So yeah, comes in at my number 2. Number 1, my number 1 favorite actor of all time. I'm pretty sure everyone knows it, but still, here it is. My number 1 favorite actor of all time is Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson, it was not until I saw Taken, really, where I really started loving this guy, because from then onward, that's when I started really loving Liam Neeson a lot as an actor, because this guy just has a presence to him that I really think that, to me, that I've really seen no actor really do, because this guy just has a presence to him unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, just this guy, when this guy walks into a room, you feel his presence. Like, you feel his presence once he walks into a room. And he is so great. From, like, he's been doing action movies as of recently, but with stuff like Taken, like I said, for example, he's so great. That's my personal favorite movie from him. He is so great. Like, he is just so fantastic. He brings so much to that movie. Or even both of the Taken sequels. They're not good movies, but he is the best part of those films. Or Non-Stop, Run All Night. Just, the guy is great in those action roles. And then, of course, you do have his, serious roles as well. Like, for example, like, Schindler's List. That's probably the biggest example I can give, which he is fantastic in that movie. I love him in that film as Oscar Schindler. He is so, so great. I love him as Oscar Schindler in that film. That is his best movie. If I had to pick his best film, that's his best movie. He is so, so great in Schindler's List. I love him in that film. Like, just the dude is so, like, he is so capable of giving such great performances. Or even, like, in movies like the Chronicles of Narnia trilogy, where he plays Aslan. Great. There's no other person that could have played that character than Liam Neeson. Or Batman Begins as Ra's al Ghul. Just so great. Heck, I don't like Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, but he is one of the best things of that entire movie. He really is. I love him as Qui-Gon Jinn. Just, the dude is so, so great. Like, he really is. I love Liam Neeson a lot. He's just an actor. He is larger than life to me. He really is. He is an actor that is just larger than life. Like, there is no other actor to me that really brings a presence to his films than Liam Neeson. Chuck Norris checks his closet for Liam Neeson, okay? Liam Neeson is fantastic. There's no other actor that I love more than Liam Neeson. Just so incredible and so great. I love this guy. Definitely, without question, my favorite actor of all time. So, that was my top 10 favorite actors of all time. Hopefully you enjoyed my list, and hopefully you liked my list. But the real question is what is your top 10 favorite actors of all time? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm FilmFan0599, and we'll see you all later. Peace.